Hi, and welcome to my interview with the fabulous Rachel Green of Vellastar Business Support. I'm thrilled to have her here with us today to share a little bit about her business journey, how the Nurture Programme helped her, and really what makes her tick. So welcome, Rachel.
Thank you for having me.
Not at all. So tell us a little bit about you, your business, your background, and kind of what's brought you here today.
So obviously my name's Rachel and I've got two small children. One's 4.5 and one is just turned 2. I've been a PA all my life, probably for 15 years, I think. I'm based in Worcestershire now, but I used to live down in London, so I used to do the commute and travel down there an awful lot. I was there, I think I was in London 6-7 years, so that was the kind of doing the commute from just outside London, and I worked in law firms, very corporate environments. I worked for IT firms, even for a judge in the court service.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then that was very, very interesting. Bad pay, but really, really interesting. And then moved up to Birmingham, basically to be with my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, and started working for a CEO up here for 6 years in the gas industry. So really varied kind of background, but all PA support and PA support related. So that is my background really.
Well. And what kind of was the main inspiration for you when you started to think about potentially starting a VA business?
Yeah, so I had my son, he's 4.5 now, went on maternity leave for a year, then went back to my job, and they said that I couldn't be a PA part-time to the CEO. So I kind of expected that because he wanted someone there all the time. So they put me in another role, like it was contracts, admin kind of based as well. Then I had my second child, my daughter, who was premature. So she was born at 32 weeks, 8 weeks early. She weighed 1 pound 10 ounce, so tiny. Obviously, it was kind of, you leave work and it was all kind of thrown into kind of a bit of turmoil. She's absolutely fine now, but at the time, it was kind of a realization that I wasn't really happy with what I was doing. And that I wanted to kind of make the most out of life. I wanted more flexibility. I wanted to be my own boss, do my own thing, and more than I perhaps could at the job that I was currently doing. And I just really wanted to be there for my my kids. I wanted to kind of not have to answer to people and ask them to go on, can I take a day off to go and pick my daughter up, she's ill, or can I go to her like Christmas play? I was just like thinking ahead all the time, and that I didn't want that. I hated asking for holiday, and I just wanted to, be able to be my own person basically and have that flexibility, but also to have something for myself. And I know that I could always achieve more, but in the job that I was in, I wasn't really being pushed, and it was kind of boring, and I just got to that point where I was just really frustrated. So I went on maternity leave in the April, and then in the December an opportunity came up at work. So they called it an optional leaver scheme. It was a bit like voluntary redundancy, but they didn't call it that. And I was thinking, oh my God, what should I do? Should I take this risk and do something else? What do I do? I didn't really know. But I decided I would, not knowing what I was going to do, but I went in for it, so I applied for it. It was quite a good package, so I had a bit of security that if nothing came up, then I would be okay.
Yeah.
So luckily, that January, so that was last year, 2017, I got it, and basically never went back to work after my daughter was born.
Yeah.
Really good. Got a good package, and then I was kind of thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? So
at that stage, it's the oh my God moment of wow.
I was looking at going into employment again, but then I was just like, just frustrated with it. And I came across this kind of VA kind of genre. I didn't really know what it was, to be honest. And it said, the first thing I kind of experienced or Googled was, oh, you've got to be really good at networking if you want to be a VA. You've got to put yourself out there. And I was like, right, no, I'm not doing that. I like networking. I'm not doing that. And then I think it was like a week or so later, my husband came home and he said, oh, have you thought about being a VA? I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's, you know, you've got to be really good networking.
Too much networking, yeah.
And he said, oh, someone I know, their wife used to do it. Why don't you just ask them? I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of researched it a bit more. And I was like, oh, maybe, you know, it would give me, I was trying to think of things to do that I didn't have to work weekends. I didn't have to work evenings. My husband works weekends, so it just wouldn't work, but also that would pay me the money that I was used to being paid. I did think about going into animal related industries, but it's just really badly paid, have to work weekends, evenings. Okay. And then I started researching a bit more and found Charlotte and VIP VA. I think it was probably in another Facebook group, and someone had suggested going into the VIP hub. So,
Yeah.
and then I found like your nurture program, and that was when I was like, right, I'm going to do this. And that was it, really. That was the decision. It was it kind of stemmed from my daughter, because I didn't really want to just, you know, waste my life. And we're very lucky to have her. So I was like, okay, let's make the most of each day and do something that I really want to do and be there for my kids as well. That's where I
love it. And I think your story resonates so much with me. I mean, I didn't have the sort of huge roller coaster of premature second baby or anything like that, which must have been, you know, scary, terribly scary at the time. But that for you, I think it feels like that flexibility and having that balance between doing that thing for yourself and also having, you know, that role, that crucial role as a mum is really important to you. And I think, without putting rose tinted glasses on about being a VA and running your own business, because you know as well as I do, some days are pretty tough. It does give you that flexibility to be able to have both of those things and to sort of build it on your terms, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, my daughter was sick, you know, a few weeks ago and stuff, and I, you know, I had to take the time off. And at work, I would have felt guilty, you know, for ringing up saying, oh, I can't come into work today.
Yeah.
You know, with your own business, you can kind of, you know, it was a bit of a pain because I had work to do, but I just, you know, worked it around her and stuff, and it was absolutely fine. And there's so many times I just think about, oh my God, what would I be doing if I was still in that job now? And just so glad that I'm not there anymore, and just so glad that I'm doing what I'm doing. It is so good. It's brilliant. Wouldn't change it for the world.
No, that's wonderful. And I mean, before we came on this interview, we were talking about the fact that you're basically coming up to your 1 year anniversary of running this business. So, I mean, how's the last year been for you? Has it been as expected? What have the highs and lows been?
It's been amazing. I suppose when I first started, I did the nurture program to give me all that kind of business knowledge that I hadn't got. I knew how to be a PA, but I didn't know how to run a business at all. I upskilled in social media because I knew that was something that I was interested in, and I thought that it would be quite a good thing for clients. So that took me quite a long time to do. So I was doing that until Christmas in the evenings. It took me a little while. I know it took me a little while to kind of get my first client. I think I got my first client in maybe June or July, and they actually a couple, and they were both from Facebook. So this networking thing that I was completely fearful of, I did a bit online to begin with, and then I decided in, I think it was July, I really actually ramped it up and actually went to face-to-face networking, found a couple that I really, really liked. There was one starting in October that I'm still a member of at the moment. That's every other week. So that has really, really helped with gaining clients. I just like told everyone what I was doing. Obviously did a Facebook page, went on LinkedIn. I've got a couple of clients through LinkedIn as well. And yes, it is kind of, I was expecting not to get many clients to begin with. That you know, I knew that everyone kept saying you've got to give yourself probably 6 months, 4 to 6 months to kind of get yourself out there, get networking, online networking, face-to-face networking, and it will suddenly kind of snowball. So, and that's really what happened. So from probably September, I started getting more clients. October, I started this networking meeting, who basically full of my ideal clients. I then got even more. And then January I was up and running to pretty much full capacity. So now taking the same salary as I was in my corporate PA role, which was always my target to start with.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so I kind of, I don't know, I think about it and I think, oh no, I still want to get to my next goal. I don't really think about what I've got, and I should kind of take a bit more time to think, oh, you have done really well in, you know, the last year to get what I wanted this, and I've got what I wanted to be able to sustain, you know, being able to work for myself. I don't need to look for other work. I don't need to go and look for a job. I'm actually, you know, earning the money that I need to earn to comfortably kind of live. And so yes, there was a bit up and downs, but I was always, I'm quite resilient, and if I get down, I still get downs. I'm kind of quite good at letting it go over my head and just getting up and carrying on and moving forward. So yeah, it's been really good.
I think on the entrepreneurial roller coaster, you kind of get used to the fact, don't you, that usually the lows are just before a high. You can be feeling rubbish.
So I lost a client, saying to you, a few weeks ago, but I've got another 2 this week. So it's just, you know, you just keep kind of going, and I think a lot of it is to do with mindset. I'm a massive believer. I think in the nurture program, one of the first things you get us to do is create kind of goals, and I've got my goal board, and, you know, believing that you can do it. And you talk about the imposter syndrome and stuff, and it's really kind of important to know that you have to believe in yourself, and you have to have that confidence that you can do what you want. You just have to go out there and get it and believe that you can.
Absolutely, it's kind of knowing what you want, right? And then just and believing that you're going to take the steps, and you've got the energy and the expertise to get there. I'm interested to know now, because you talked about networking and how when you first looked into being a VA, that networking was obviously, you know, people were saying this is a crucial part of it. When you finally went face-to-face networking, was it as bad as you feared?
It's not. I think I don't mind speaking on that one-to-one. I on the one-to-one basis. Do you know what scares me is the 60 seconds kind of.
Oh yeah.
But I think everyone absolutely hates it. Even if you're a seasoned networker, I don't even think that, you know, anyone particularly likes standing up. And I still kind of struggle, and I'm getting better at it. I have to do it every other week, but it's a lot better, and you know, it's fine really. It's if you want it to succeed, you have to do it, and you have to overcome your fears. If you are worrying about networking, then just the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. Actually, you know, people aren't there to kind of stare at you. They're, most of the time, they want to help you, and they're supportive. And there's another networking group that I belong to who's women. So, and it is very supportive, and a lot of people just go there to support each other. So I think if you can find one that you're comfortable with, or 2 or 3 that you really like, then go with that. And I've been to quite a few. And I now am a member of suppose 2 that I'm comfortable with, that I don't mind and I get business from. So I
think that's great advice. Find one of them that you're comfortable with, and you can practice talking about your business, because it's an unnatural situation, right? To be stood up in front of 30 other people and just to have like 60 seconds to talk about who you are and what you do and how you help people. And I think you're right. Nobody enjoys doing that. Only no sane people enjoy doing that.
And I think, like, if you're a PA and you're from that background, when have you ever had to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Stand up in front of people and talk about myself, really. So I'm just not used to it. And my husband's brilliant. He's like, he does it all the time. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, it's because I do it all the time. I've done it all the time, and you haven't. So I think it's a bit of just getting used to it.
It becomes process, doesn't it? You know what you want to say. It becomes just almost just process talking about your business in a certain way. And again, that doesn't come, you can't fake that the first time you go to a networking meeting. I think it's the more and more you go and talk about stuff, the easier it becomes.
Yeah. And I think another important thing is I've always thought of myself as a business. Like, I know people think, oh, but even at the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm not a business, I don't know what I'm doing, I haven't got any clients, blah, blah, blah. But I've always thought of myself as a business. I have a business, I am a business owner. And it's always been part of my mentality to just help my confidence and help me speak about it. Is your business. At the end of the day, if you're a VA and you're starting off as a business, it's your business. So think like a business, not like, oh, I'm just a VA, I'm just a person, I don't have any clients. You've got to have that bigger picture in mind.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of a mindset thing, isn't it? But for how you feel about your own business, but also in networking opportunities where there are other business owners, understanding that you're a business owner as well, and you've got just as much to say and just as much right to be there.
Yeah, and it's hard. Like sometimes I look and I think, like, you have a big business. Like, I went to meet with a insurance guy, and he's got an office, like a proper office in the middle of a town, and he's got employees, and it's like, but I am a business owner as well, and I'm making money, and I'm still a business owner, I'm still an equal. So
absolutely. And I think you hit the nail on the head with the whole sort of PA thing. When in your PA career, have you ever had to stand up and do a pitch? There's so many things that I think, although there's transferable things about being a PA to running a VA business, that whole running of a business and promoting yourself and marketing yourself is missing.
Yeah.
It's just alien. Well, it was alien to me anyway. So yeah, completely alien. and networking was bottom of my agenda. I never wanted to talk to anyone about anything. I just wanted people to find me somehow.
I know, but unfortunately, well,
doesn't go like that, does it?
No, I don't think so. You've got to kind of get out there.
So at the moment, obviously your business is going really well, which is wonderful. What kinds of clients are you working with at the moment?
So I have kind of two kind of bits to my business. So I have like the traditional kind of PA, so I do a lot of diary management, email management, booking appointments, taking telephone calls, research. So one of my clients, okay, I'm based in Worcestershire, one of my clients is in London. Actually never met him till a few weeks ago in April, but started working with him in October last year. So I never met the guy, and I never even had a video call with him, just on the phone. So yeah, it does work. You don't actually have to be in the local vicinity to just work with local people. And he came from LinkedIn. So he's an angel investor, and he also does international expansion for business owners. I have another client who is bizarrely, she also works in London. Very successful woman who actually works for female CEOs and all those kind of C-suite leaders, and she does very kind of high-end PA work. So I'm not an associate. She actually has a company that actually provides, property relocations, or she goes into properties and, she will choose sofas, and, she'll arrange birthday cakes and stuff like that.
Sounds amazing.
And I know, it sounds really good. So they're kind of really kind of time-heavy, pressured clients that she has. Women just don't have the time to do all this kind of personal stuff. So she's doing a whole kind of 6-week marketing strategy plan, and I'm helping her with that along with some other marketing people. Who else have I got? I have to look on my board. I've got a property developer as well. So I'm helping her do all her files on G Suite. She's a bit of scatty lady, lovely lady, but I'm helping her with that and helping her put a brochure together, and I'm going to be sorting her CRM out as well. Who else have we got? So that's kind of the PA side, and then I've got social media clients. So I've got a pilot who does experience flights in his World War II plane. I've got a it's really kind of varied, holistic therapist. I have got a cat shop, and I've just taken on a financial advisor. That's all of them.
That's so diverse and varied. Isn't that amazing? And I guess it must give you that variety that keeps it interesting.
Yes, definitely, because my previous job was in the gas industry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really boring. And so yeah, this is just completely different, just really varied. Yeah, I love it. So I have got quite a few different clients.
Yeah.
I've actually got a proposal out to a choir.
Wow.
Yeah, so waiting to hear back from them, and actually they're my friend's husband, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get that one. We'll see. But yeah,
And I mean, again, that's just testimony to the vast range of businesses that need support in different ways.
yeah, and some of them are, they were new startup kind of people. Some are, they've been many years in business. So yeah, really, it's very varied and quite surprised.
Yeah. And obviously, this year for you, you've got eldest starting school.
Yeah, September, so it's going to be a complete change.
Okay, and your business, I'm guessing, is structured in a way that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, so because obviously I'll have one at nursery and one at school, so we've changed the nursery hours to fit into the school hours, so I'll be changing my days around a little bit, but I'll still, be able to collect my kids from school, and that's what I wanted, be there for that, which is what I will be doing. So yeah, you can kind of work it out, I think, even if things change. It's going to be a big change, but yeah,
that's wonderful. Brilliant. So reflecting back on your journey over the last year or so, what piece of advice would you give to yourself or to someone that's just starting on their kind of VA journey? What one piece of advice would you give to them, to really help them to skyrocket things and get on the right track?
So I would definitely say you need to invest in yourself a little bit. So I did your nurture program, and I think that's really helped me with things like contracts, obviously your goals, and really just being a business. I had no idea how to run a business. I didn't know what I needed to put in place, like the certain insurances that you need and policies. Hadn't got a clue. So, and I always see a lot of VAs saying, "Oh, what insurance do I need, or do I need a contract?" And there's so many questions. I'm like, if you just did this course, you'd know all that, and it would set you up to run your business properly. It would give you that mindset as well, because you go into all the goals and objectives and what you want to achieve, looking at your ideal client, who are they. You just don't, unless you've run a business before, I don't think you know to do that. So I definitely say you need to try and invest a little bit in yourself before you kind of set up and do what you want to do. Yeah, that would be my one piece of advice, and also believe that you can do it.
Yeah, which is often the most difficult bit, isn't it? Is in the outset just not really understanding how or why you're going to get there. But I think that's why hearing from people like you that are obviously real people and inspirational because you've actually done it, that's really important, because it's not the sort of salesy, often can appear to be made up stories. It's real people, real businesses.
Right, but if you don't take that risk, you're just going to be stuck in work or same old life that you perhaps don't enjoy at the moment. So you have to you're not going to get anywhere if you don't kind of take that risk. I should get a quote, because there's some really good quotes out there about taking that risk to kind of, or you just get stuck in the past. I can't remember what they are now.
I know what you mean though, exactly. But I think in the end, it's my experience is it unless you're pushed out of somewhere for one reason or another, the pain of being somewhere you're unhappy or that's inflexible or whatever the problem is becomes great at some point, and then that's when people often make the leap and feel they've got to try something different. And it's just understanding that maybe running a VA business is or your own business is a credible option.
Yeah, it's doable. It definitely is doable.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't got the money that I earned before. I'd have to start looking elsewhere. You only run on a certain amount of kind of savings before you have to kind of think, oh God. But yeah, no, it's definitely doable. And I'm nothing special. I've just got a PA background. I didn't know how to run a business, nothing. So if I can do it, I know this is a bit of a cliche, then I'm sure you can do it. You just have to kind of believe in yourself. And
yeah, absolutely. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to talk with me. It's been a pleasure to chat about your background and where things are at now for you, and I'm obviously really excited with how your business is growing, so more of that, please.
And if anyone wants any questions, has any questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer.
Absolutely. Where can they find you?
So my email is rachel@vellastar.com. That's probably the best place, or you can message me on Facebook if you can find me. My name's Rachel Green, so there's probably quite a few of us. But yeah, email me and ask me some questions. I don't mind answering them and try and help you kind of make that leap.
Wonderful. Well, look, thank you again, and I hope you have a really good rest of your week.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Bye.